This is what the patchwork is looking like for the shelf for the sink. Got some gaps in it, but it's holding together firm enough to where we can get it in place and shaped. This is the piece we tried to post the board on for backing. Like I said, there's still some gaps to fill in. We'll use it, get it all cut and shaped, fit it in. Okay, I'm gonna do some more patchwork, pasting some boards together. Although this is cut out, I can still recut it and use it. I patched it, did the pasting together that time with a piece of poster board, just because I had it. But what I'm gonna use, the medium I'll use, is this Kraft paper. One is thinner, and two, it'll be cheaper. But like I said, it's thinner, so it's not gonna take up, that poster board is not going to take up a lot of room. This is so much thinner, it's going to be easier to work with. And cheaper. Okay, when placing my foam on the paper to be cut out, I go over a little bit so I have some bleed room for the glue or the whatever I'm bonding it with. Once you get all your pieces in place, what I'm going to do next, what I'm going to try is paper. As you see, I have it marked off the area where the patch foam is going to go. I'm going to pour a little bit of this glue up here, and this is just the Titebond glue. I'm using just enough to tack the foam . Get the glue in place. I'm going to go ahead and start, get my foam down. Now, I wasn't too happy about this liquid nail paneling wood and foam molding. However, being that I have it, I'm going to finish using it up. I'm going to try not to use as thick of a coat as I did the last time. Okay, we're set up to piece these panels together. Now, what I would do, what I suggest is go ahead, mark out the area that you will be making the panel for. Go ahead and lay it all out. And then, once you have it all laid out, you can separate it. Now, just a clean surface. Now I will add the glue. Once you have everything laid out to where you need it, you can go ahead and mark your automatic. We'll go ahead and fill the cracks in a little bit with this Gorilla Glue. Just use this along the small seams. So I'm going to go ahead and swag this cabinet, screw washer, anchor, glue. Once we get that in place, we'll have it set, come back, and I want to use the screen for the base. I'm going to put a board here. I'm going to use some of that closet stuff I showed you here on this base and the top, because the vent is going to be, I need some support for the vent. I'm thinking about some anchors, some wood support anchors as well. But for now, see, I patched these corners in, they still need to be cut out. But for now, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get the swag in place for this cabinet. And we'll decide from there. Okay, I think it was about 12 placements I wanted to use to swag this cabinet with for the stove. So I'm going to go ahead and get these in place, and then we'll come back and set the anchors. Alright, there's a few things I'd like to point out that I think are notable mentions. And that is with the swag build, the screw, washer, anchor, glue. Okay, so I came across these. These are foam washers used for holding your foam in place. Foam installation washers. Now, they work fine. They're a little bigger than they work fine. They're a little bit bigger than what I wanted to use. You might be able to find some other washers that you would like to substitute for these as well. Case in point, I use these, and I'm going to go ahead and finish using this pack for the main structure. However, I wish I had came across these to begin with. Now these here are just plastic cap nails for roofing. and I will repurpose the nails, but I'm going to use that cap for my washer. So just now I wished I had used these throughout the whole build. One other thing you can do with these is once you have these in place, you can get one of those hole drills and drill slightly into the foam, just deep enough so this is set flush under the foam. You can come back and fill it in with putty or whatnot, and fill it in with glue or your if you decide to use the screening gripper method. I like these because they're smaller and they'll hold in place just as well. But I'm going to go ahead and get these in place, and we'll come back and get ready for the glue. I wished I would have used these throughout the whole build, and if I build another one, that will be my go-to. Like I said, if you want this to sit a little bit flusher, just get this here is a 1 inch. Put it in there. It's going to eat it up a little. It's going to chew it up a little bit, but just, as you see, I'm taking my time doing it by hand. You can get a good estimate of how deep you want it. And still, even with this, even though you cutting it in a little bit, this is going to cause that glue, I do believe, to hold it a little bit better, a little bit more firmer in place. And it's going to be flush, a little bit more flush. Like I said, I wish I would have came across these earlier, but we learn, we grow and learn as we grow. Learn and grow as we learn. And another thing to consider while it's on my mind, I think I may have mentioned it, but it's worth noting again. For my washers, once again, I think I may have mentioned it, but just for GP, I'll mention it again, never hurts. For my anchors, these are the ones I use for the structure, my main structure, my main support. These are the ones I'm using for the cabinet. So with all my extra screws from these, I will be using with these. If I have any extra screws I need for the smaller foam, I'll be using these as well. 1 pack of these pretty much so cover 3 packs. It covers 3 packs of the washers, plus you have plenty more left over. So, and that's at a fraction, what, about the cost of 1 pack, 1.5 pack of the washers, I believe it was. That's the deal, can't beat it.